Hey yo, what is up everybody? It's your boy Dice, aka Dice, and I am back at it again with another banger of a video. Without further ado, let's check it out, let's get it, let's go. So peep it, we got composite versions of each character, and without further ado, we're going to get into the breakdown, the analysis, the explanation of who would win in a fight. This is a versus video, so you mean, check it out. Peep. Null is the god of the symbiotes, slicer of worlds, lord of the void. Null is a malevolent, primordial dark entity. He reached into the darkness of his own shadow and created a living symbiote weapon, a sword known as All Black the Necro Sword, a near indestructible, super sharp and super durable and powerful sword, a blade that could kill even god-tier beings, godlike entities. The ancient celestials that seed life on planets, they were actually taken under the symbiote's control at the hand of Null, and multiple of them have been completely taken over with symbiosis. One of them was even beheaded and killed by Null himself with the Necro Sword known as All Black. So Null has dragons, symbiote creatures known as Clintar, and even primordial symbiotes, as well as the fact that he also has the God Killer Blade Necrosword, and the fact that he can even sprout wings and fly and warp reality itself. Null is so fast he even speed blitzed the Sentry and killed Sentry, Marvel's version of Superman, Marvel's counterpart to Superman. He literally ripped him apart. He tore him to shreds, slaughtered him. It was a massacre where he took on all of Earth's heroes and covered the whole planet in a symbiote goo shell casing, a container that held the entire world. Nobody could stop Null. Null was seemingly unstoppable. No effort taking down, defeating, and slaughtering hero after hero, even fighting Thor and badly damaging him, nearly killing him. The thing about him is he can regenerate. Null can regenerate and keep growing his limbs back. He can even use his symbiote Necro Sword to kill beings that would be considered unkillable. Mjolnir and Stormbreaker can damage Null, but he can regenerate effortlessly, also using symbiote blades and tendrils. In fact, all living symbiotes are relatives, or rather descendants, of the Necrosword, the original living God-Killer blade. He already took out some of the Earth's most dangerous heroes and covered the entire planet in a symbiote shell. Doomsday could take on all mankind, and Kryptonians could offer, including Superman. Now, Doomsday is, of course, a super soldier type, super powerful, genetically engineered being. He is a monstrosity. He's a behemoth, and he's super, super powerful, and he just has this rage and hatred like no other. He's just undeniably badass for real. He's an extraterrestrial Kryptonian weapon. And for this fight, we'll say he possesses his laser heat vision, as well as, of course, his bone blades that protrude out from his arms, the ones that come out above the wrist, out over his fist, to where he can punch the blade straight through his target. Doomsday can burst through, break through, or burn through with his heat vision multiple different types of metals and concrete and brick and stone. And the thing is, he's even broken through and destroyed manually Apocalyptian tech. Apocalyptian tech from Darkseid that had been merged with earthly planetary materials. His bone blades impaled and penetrated Superman, stabbing and killing him, taking out Supes himself indefinitely, at least for the time being. Doomsday is a very ancient plague to civilization itself, being a powerful world-ending beast. But without further ado, let's get right into the fight. Null locks eyes with Doomsday. As Doomsday walks towards him, walking through an open city, he begins to run towards Null. Null stands in place, holding his Necro Sword to the ground with his hands on top of the back of the blade. He sits there as Doomsday soars through the air, leaping through the air with a massive leap with his fist cocked. But Null merely whips him out of the sky, mid-air with a tentacle, a symbiote tendril, as he hits him and causes him to fly back, hitting the wall of a skyscraper. He levels the building and goes through 2 more before screeching to a halt, sliding through, breaking apart, and blowing up multiple vehicles before he finally comes to a stop, shattering the ground beneath him. As he finally comes to a stop, he runs directly at Null as he leaps through the air again, coming down with both fists cocked over his head, ready for an insane, absolutely monstrous blow. He comes down. Doomsday comes, shooting through the air right at Null, ready to attack. And this time, Null swings the Necro Sword, all black, and he slashes through the side of Doomsday's torso, straight through his ribs and through part of his upper body. As he slashes through him, turning around, holding the sword in reverse grip, now he stabs him through the chest and then goes to hack his head off. Doomsday ducks out of the way, weaving, as he then kicks the living shit out of Null and sends him flying back as he goes soaring through 2 skyscrapers before screeching across the ground, sliding across the stone, concrete, and brick beneath, blowing everything to pieces as he goes through multiple vehicles and semi-trucks. Null wraps around Doomsday's legs. He wraps around, grabbing him up. He lifts him up and beats him off the ground repeatedly, wailing him off the ground as he throws him into the air high up in the sky and then flies, sprouting his wings, flying up at super speed. He catches up to Doomsday, he grabs him, and then he punches him in the back of the head so hard he goes flying back down, hurtling to the surface. He flies, breaking the sound barrier with an explosion as he shoots to the ground, boom, making a crater in the surface. He shoots down into the core of the earth as Null lands down in the lava below, facing him once more. Doomsday charges at him. Null leaps over him, turns around, slashing his back open with the Necro Sword. He then goes to stab him. Doomsday dodges out of the way and backhands the shit out of Null. Null goes absolutely flying, going through multiple city blocks, destroying and leveling everything around him. Doomsday leaps in and punches him, sending him flying even further. Finally, inevitably, he meets a mountain range, and on impact, he completely destroys all these city blocks worth of hills and mountains. Doomsday leaps over, shooting his heat vision directly at Null. Null blocks it with the Necro Sword, but realizes he can't withstand the blast forever, as the sword's symbiote material will eventually deteriorate and burn away. Doomsday shoots his heat vision, and it propels forward, and eventually the heat vision blows past the sword and blows Null's arm completely off, taking a portion of the side of his body off on the left side, taking a chunk of his chest off with his arm. Null shoots a tendril straight through Doomsday's chest, and it has barbs that shoot out the back of it as it becomes serrated as he pulls Doomsday towards him. Null holds the sword in reverse grip and blitzes Doomsday, stabbing him through the chest as he then stabs him straight through the back of his neck, through his spine. He flips the sword around, gripping up Doomsday with his tendrils. He cleaves Doomsday's head off with one swift motion, severing his skull, decapitating him. Winner, Null, Dice Mamouti.